Dominate Radio Show in Lynchburg, Virginia. The man on the line right now is going to be here this Friday. He is the man, Bret Michaels. Bret, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing awesome, bro. We're so pumped to have you on the show today, man.
Now, Bret, I know that you are you've had a lot of success in reality TV, so that I really enjoyed watching your shows. Now, if I understand right, you have a new TV show. Is it with Bret Michaels Rocks My RV?
Yeah, you betcha. It comes on Travel Channel. The new show's on Travel Channel, and we went in, and again, it's just like all the other shows. I'm either a co-creator or co-producer on it. I went in, I said, look, my whole life, from my childhood, and especially up through my I would say my both personal and professional life now, I said I've lived in either a Prevost bus or designed them out, or lived in an RV or camped or hiked or fished or done something since I've been a child all the way till now. And I said it would be great to take a combination of how you build these out, take people's sort of beat up motorhomes and to get their story and turn them into something that no one's done with these before, and that's what the show's about, and it's really been a blast to do, and it's got a great ending. It has a lot of, at the end of it, after we design all this stuff, we hear what they want, we get to destroy them, rebuild them, and they put their trust in me that I'm going to make them an amazing machine for the road, and that's what we do. And then at the end, we have this big reveal with pyro and big kabuki drop, and boom, they see the RV, and you keep your fingers crossed that they actually like what we did.
Very cool. We love some reality TV show and some of those things like that. Always been a huge fan of like the Tour Bus, the camper type deal. So I think it's gonna be a pretty sweet series.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said that it's coming out in May on the Travel Channel.
Yeah, it comes out Travel Channel in May. Sunday, May 26th starts the series. And, we've done it. It's all different types, too. That's what it is when you're doing a show like this. It's looking for different walks of life. And we're doing one of the things that I volunteered to do with them and with Travel Channel, is that we wanted to build out something for a lucky fan and their family. So we're building out an insane motor coach for someone to win as well. You know what I mean? And they can go to BretMichaels.com and check it out, and it's huge. It's a brand new. We're building this thing out. We're ripping the guts out of anything that we get, and we're building out this insane ride for a lucky fan to be able to win and take good care of them. But the thing starts on May 26th, and we've got everyone from people that are entrepreneurs, people that live in them, people that are down on their luck, to people like Tap Out that go around and do a huge amount of charity work with the MMA and UFC, and it's great.
Now, these reality shows, are these like the concepts that you're coming up with, or are people approaching you with these concepts? I mean, is this something that, how has that been working?
Yeah, it's a combination of both. For the most part, we go in and sort of co-create these shows because at this point, you want it to be a passion project. You get, there's no doubt you get offered a lot of different shows that are out there, and I think they're great, just some of them aren't, let me put it this way, some of them aren't the things that are necessarily right for me. And so, you look at some of those, you go, that one, great show, funny concept, just not my thing. But then you take something like this that I know something about, and it as long as you can have as much reality in a reality show as you could put in there, that's what makes it work good. Like Rock of Love, you're dating, you're having fun. It was ridiculous and crazy, but it was a part of my life that was real, and I had a great time, and then it switched into Life as I Know It, and all of a sudden there's my kids, and then we went into the Celebrity Apprentice and won that. The first time I went on it, it was a lot of fun to do and raised a lot of money for charity, and then we started working on this.
Now, what are you watching now? Like, are there any other reality shows, that you're not on that you're hooked on?
There's a lot of them out there. I'll tell you one of them I absolutely love. I love Duck Dynasty. Probably one of my favorites. I've been watching since the beginning, and I enjoy watching. Just, you know what it is? It's the characters. My bus driver's been with me. His name is Rat. He's been with me forever from right down there in Monroe, Louisiana, and he's a great guy. And he knows these people. He lives kind of almost right down in that area. So I started watching it early on, and I just kind of got addicted. It was fun. You're watching the family, and they're having a blast and doing this. Just the craziness that unfolds, and it's a lot of fun for me to watch.
Now, have you seen Splash? Would Bret Michaels be on Splash?
I'm not sure. You may see me on that one. It's like Dancing with the Stars. They keep coming back. I said, you do not. Listen, enjoy the show. You can watch. I said, no, you don't want to see me dance. I said, it'd be fun, but then I said, I can watch it from afar and enjoy it, but I'm not so sure I'd be the right person for that show.
They keep approaching Dom and I about doing Dancing with the Stars as well, and we're.
I've heard that. I think you guys can take it.
Yeah, it's getting out there. So now, what about you're working on a new album, right? And in
right.
the album, what's the title of the album?
The album's called Jammin' with Friends, and all it is it's everything that for the most part I've written over the course of my career. I've taken these songs and went in, for example, Nothing But a Good Time. I went in there with Ace Frehley from Kiss, Michael Anthony from Van Halen and Sammy's band, and Little John. And they played on it, we rapped on it, we wrote the song. The song was already written. We went in and did it. We had a blast, and then all of a sudden you take a song. I remade Margaritaville with Jimmy Buffett. The Skynyrd guys are on there. Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Members of Bon Jovi are on it. I love country music, too, so there's a lot of country stars on this record, current country stars singing with me. And I just went in there and literally took songs I've either written or grew up loving and did them and just really had a blast doing it. And it comes out on June 25th, and there's at 26 years into my career, I still feel as excited about making music today as I did when I started in my basement in Pennsylvania.
I love that. That's one thing I was kind of wondering, because I love the list, the diversity of all the people that you have on this album. But I was kind of wondering after 20-some years of the road and studio life and all of those things, that you still. If it was easy to lose the passion, or if it was just always there every moment you step out on the stage or get in the studio or whatever you do.
No, for me, that's a really, really great question, because I see it happen to a lot of people. You get in there, you're doing it. For me, my life is so filled. This is the real truth. My life is so filled with roses and thorns, literally, not using as a pun for my song, but my life, just in the course of a day, has so many ups and downs and sideways that it just never gets boring. All of a sudden I get out there on that stage, I'm excited to see the fans, and I take a lot of let's say this, whether it's good times, your anger, your angst, I take it out, I get on that stage, and it just comes out in I feel blessed to be able to do it 26 years and have great fans. And so when I hit that stage or the studio, I'm still excited about playing music.
Yeah, and so as there's 26 years of touring and whatnot, who would you say has been one of your favorite bands to tour with?
Man, that's a tough one. I've had the opportunity, fortunately, to go out with a lot of great bands, But I'll tell you what, over the last few years, I've been out with Lynyrd Skynyrd. I got solo with them. That was great because it was one of the first records I owned. I've had a chance to be on the road with Robert Plant, from Zeppelin, which was great. Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, Kiss, Def Leppard. I have a blast every time we're out with Def Leppard, and just go out there, and we either go out as Bret Michaels or Poison, and we co-headline with them. And every time we do it, you find with different people just the different attitudes. But every time we're out there making music or being on the road, it's a great time. Kiss was a lot of fun to be out with, and so yeah, I've had some good times.
Now I got to ask you. Now Nate was a drummer for Good Charlotte, right? So he's a rock guy, right? Have you ever toured with Good Charlotte?
I don't think at any point we've ever toured with Good Charlotte.
Probably not a good match.
Now, it could be a good match. I've I've headlined a lot of alternative fests with Theory of a Dead Man and Saving Abel and different, you know what I mean? I've done country festivals. I think with my sort of genre, it just kind of, I get out there and just put on let's just say a good rock show, a good show. But it's been out there with a lot of different bands. So, but yeah, unfortunately, no, I don't think we ever toured together.
Yeah. Now I gotta ask you too. So this is Dom, right? So I'm the rap guy, and
okay.
I saw Lil Jon on here, and I was like, Nate and I are publicists, and we work with some rap artists like Warren G and DMX. And when I saw Lil Jon, I was like, am I reading this right? Because Peter wrote Little John, Little, and I was like, is he trying to say Lil? So I gotta know, how did that come about that he's on your new album?
He had done a few years ago when I did the first time I'd done Apprentice. I had met him back then, and really cool guy, and we just did nothing but a good time. And he goes, "That's a classic rock and roll hit. I love that song." And so he came in and he just did some cool little parts on it, and it really worked within the song, because that's the other thing too. You want to pay respect to what the song was originally like, and at the same time add some new flavor to it, right, or flair to it, and he did a really great job, man. He just hit the pockets right, and it sounded very cool.
Yeah. Now, Lil Jon does the yeah. Are you able to do that, Bret? Can you give us a Lil Jon?
No, not well. That's why he did it. That's why he did it.
Right. I'm sure you paid him good money to do that. Yeah. So Nate's last name is Fouts. Right, so what we do with everybody is we do Fouts Fast 5, and it's 5 questions, rapid fire, completely random. Are you ready?
Completely ignorant.
I believe I'm ready, yes.
All right, number 1, favorite rap song?
Boy, that's good. I'm going to go with DMX. Is it Get a Party Started Up in Here?
Yeah.
Am I saying that correct? Am I saying that correctly? I got it on my party bus. I have a CD that I use on my party bus. Am I saying the name correctly?
Yeah, it's Party Up.
Let's Get a Party Started Up, and what is that the official name?
Yeah, it's always called Party Up, and then DMX goes, what? Can you try that one, Bret? DMX, what? What?
Okay, so
it's on my CD party bus. I got it on there. Right, it comes on right after Wild Cherries, play that funky music, White Boy.
All right, so number 2, Tony Danza or Tony Stewart?
One more time on that.
Number 2 is Tony Danza or Tony Stewart. Who do you like better?
Are you talking Tony Stewart, NASCAR Tony Stewart?
Yes, or Tony Danza, the actor.
I'm going to go now, with all respect to Tony Danza, but I'm a NASCAR fan, so I'm going to go Tony Stewart.
Okay. What is your least favorite reality show?
Boy, man, let me think. There's a lot of them out there. I don't know one to give you right now to be my least favorite. Pass on that. Remember, I had a brain hemorrhage, so I'm a little slow in the morning. Give me the next. Pass over to the next one.
Number 4, you ever worn skinny jeans?
I have not. I've worn tight jeans. All right, a skosh tighter. I've had jeans on a skosh tighter than they should be. I'll say that. But my legs, I have chicken legs, so I'm still old school flares just to make it look like I have some girth at the bottom of my legs.
Rock on. All right, and number 5, better public speaker, George Bush or Mike Tyson?
Man, that's going to be a toss-up right there. Can we? That is truly going to be a toss-up. Now, I like Tyson, and I took my dad one time. We were in New York, and we were eating dinner, and he was very cool. Never met George Bush, but I'm going to go with Tyson on that. I'm going to go with Mike Tyson. He's got a good face tattoo. Plus, he was cool to me and my dad. We were talking boxing, and we love boxing. He was pretty cool, so I'm going to go with Tyson on that.
There you go. Bret Michaels likes pigeons, basically, is what you're saying.
True that.
Yeah, true that. All right, so Bret, where are your fans? You got BretMichaels.com. Are you doing Twitter and Facebook?
Yeah. If they just go to BretMichaels.com, it's got everything up there. It's a really, I feel like we've done a really good job on the site, and they can find out anything they need to know. And like I said, I'll see you all at Phase 2, and cannot thank you enough for having me on. We'll be there on Friday night, and then the following night we play in we're at Meriwether Post and do the M3 Festival, and so it's been, like I said, 26 awesome years of getting to do what I love, which is play music.
Yeah, there he is. He is going to be at Phase 2, like you just said, Friday night, right here in Lynchburg. Do not miss it. Everyone is going to be there. Tickets are still available, and he's right here on the Dominate Radio Show. Bret, thank you so much for being on.
Hey, thank you both very much for having me on. I'll talk to you soon.